Thank you for bearing with me with that. Today we are going to rank all of my palettes. And we're going to go ahead and do the intro, give people time to come in. I am going to actually do a base face as quick as possible because this is not about the makeup. I wanted to do a look earlier, but stuff happened again, y'all, and I'm just like, yo, I need some more sleep. But we are here. So the intro, hello and welcome. Hey, Janet, my name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in, hey Alexandria, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, never feeling like we have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that is the bottom line. I hope if you have been hearing this for a while that it has become one of your many daily affirmations just to love yourself, be yourself, and just rock whatever you want to rock. For those who may be hearing it for the first time, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I hope it does. I hope it does resonate with you. And so that's our motto. That's what we stand by. That's what we live by as best we can. Two things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. The other thing is there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos and particularly in live streams because I'm usually guzzling something or scarfing down food right before. So if I don't say excuse me, for whatever reason, I was not aware. So forgive me and Bruce ahead of time. So that's the intro. That's two tidbits about me. I am drinking Boathouse Farms strawberries and banana. I'm down to here. This was full. I did a short right before this for the Arch Booster socks that For Me Science sent me. You were just watching my collection video. I decluttered something since then, Alexandria. And I'm just like, at the rate that I'm going, I'm going to have to do at least an eyeshadow palette collection video every other month, but it's exciting. I'm excited. Today's video, we are going to rank. This is a anonymous member's request. Wanted me to rank all of my palettes. I am down to 33. I have 8 brands unless you divide Notoriously Morbid from the sister side, Spellcast Beauty. If you split them, then I have 9 brands. If you don't, because it is the same company overall, then I have 8 different brands and total of 33 palettes. I was about to lose my mind. I knew it would be overwhelming for me. It took me over an hour. I messaged them and asked them if I can rank them ahead of time. Because I didn't want to be here and just be like, oh, because y'all seen me try to do rankings before. And I'm just like, and that might have just been a brand, not all of them, not all 8 brands. And then they also had another request to tell what my top brand is, my top palette in each brand. So ranking all my palettes and then going back and saying which is my number 1 from each brand. And we had a separate request from Nina who asked me to rank my goth and grunge palettes. And so we're going to rank all the palettes, choose my number 1 from each brand, and then, hey Vampy girl, and then we're going to go back and just do the goth and grunge palettes. And I did write them down because when we did the video, where's that list? Oh shit. When we did here it is. When we did that collection video, I said, let me just write them down now because y'all know my brain just be doing what it wants to do and goes where it wants to go. And so I do have notes here. I did write down the order of the palettes. We're going to start backward. So they agreed for me to go ahead and rank them ahead of time so that way I can just come here and just babble like I'm doing right now. No, so that way we can just jump right into it. Vampy girl, I thought about you yesterday. Was it yesterday? What's today? Today Friday? You're high of a mess. I did Saturday. It was Saturday. I did a look for a collab on Instagram, and the elements that I chose was smoke / smudge, glitter and red, and I did like it almost looked like a face mask. It was very vampy, and somewhere in the live stream near the end I said Vampy Girl would love this look because it was a smoky eye look, and I brung the wing all the way out here, excuse me, and we had red eyeliner up top that came out to here. We had what do we have under here, gray and black, or like a gray and brown underneath, and then we buffed it out with a red, and then I did a black lip. I did this, where is it? I did this lip, which was the one we had did before when you were here. And I topped it. Yo, this is going down. It's going down now. And I topped this with this, but this ate it. So you didn't really see too much of this. But if you're nuanced, you could see it. And so I was like, and I even said it. I said, Vampy Girl would love this look. So that's the live that we did Saturday. It is available for viewing as a video. So I want to do a base face. Really quickly, we're just going to do the primer, foundation, and my brows, and this is just also to give more people time to come in, and then after this I'm going to do a video with the Lotus palette, and then a separate video of an eye look. So strawberries and banana Boathouse Farm. And so I am excited for this video. Also, as a reminder, Janessa J Champagne is going live after, well, I'm not going to say after mine is over, but mine will be over. She's going live 9. She's going live 9 Central Time. So it'll be 10 o'clock Eastern Time, because she wanted to make sure that I didn't feel rushed or whatever. Because when I do these rankings or whatever, I'm just like, oh, girl. Maybe I'll do my brows later. I'm going to just put on Beautiful. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, I was just like, I said, Vampy Girl would love this. And I did a short for it as well, if you just want to get a sneak peek before watching how we created it. But I was just like, she would like this one. It was nice. It was nice. And most of it happened by accident because I was still half asleep. And so it was just like, what? I could do this half asleep? Is this my superpower? Doing bomb-ass looks when I'm half asleep? All right, so that's done. Sip some water. And we're just going to do foundation, concealer, and powder. We're not going to do brows because that'll take too long. Not too long, but longer than I want, because I do want to get to why we are here, which is the face. Not the face. What are we doing? Ranking. I did not have enough sleep again today. The same thing happened that happened the other day. I laid down. As soon as I started dozing off, the phone rang. And it was something that needed to be addressed. Y'all, why was that phone call over an hour? And when they were asking me for information, they would say, can you tell me this, and that? And usually it's stuff that we can just rattle off because it's stuff that we know. And I'm like, I need you to say one thing at a time. I said, I'm nocturnal. This is the time I'm usually still sleeping. I am not fully cognizant right now. And so, I don't know, she was probably like, what's wrong with her? Yeah, and so I was going to get up at 4, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I reset my alarm for 5:30. I wake up often. I woke up again, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I turned off the 5:30 alarm. When I have live streams, I set my alarm for 6:45, 7:15, 7:45, and 7:58. So the 6:45 is like, okay, get up, get yourself together. The 7:15 is like, okay, you got 45 minutes to eat, do whatever you want to do, get prepared, which I'm very seldom prepared. And the 7:45 is like, time is getting close, whatever you're doing, wrap it up. 7:58 is like, sit your ass in your chair at your station. And so, and it is a group alarm where I can set the 4 different alarms, and I just titled it YouTube live stream. So I can just turn them all on with one click of a button. Thank you for the makeup brush, Vampy Girl. Wow, the best makeup looks done at 2 a.m. when you have nowhere to go. Oh man, it was 2 p.m. here. It was 2 p.m. on the East Coast. But I'm nocturnal, and so I probably had just went to sleep at maybe like 10 o'clock or something like that. And surprisingly, I was able to get through the live stream okay. Ended a bomb location. That's multitasking means in house. I did already tell them that you're having your live stream, 1 pump of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, at 10 p.m. Central. Right? Me and Janessa, we like to tag team, y'all. Leave this party, go to that party. Fenty Fenty Lubrious Foundation. Ramby Girls didn't hide you. Jadessa. Um, yeah, so we're going to mix this together. This brush is a Real Techniques 210. Yes, this is the Real Techniques 200. I love these brushes for this, and also, as you saw, for concealer. And I love this one for foundation, and I love them both for cream products. They just work really well because they're dense, but they're also soft, and they're inexpensive. These are the Real Techniques brushes. I think I did just say that. And they do, we know brushes and makeup are overpriced because the brand or the store they're sold in or both want to make money. Ulta, this is where I get them from. You can also find these sometimes, or sometimes I see them in like TJ Maxx or in Marshalls. But at Ulta, they usually, if they don't have anything else, they have a coupon code. You save $3.50 if you spend $15 or more. So that would be like the best opportunity to buy these, unless they're just having like a buy one get one free for Real Techniques brushes. They do last me years and years and years and years. I had one of these die recently and one of these die recently, but because I have like four, I don't want to lie to you, I have 4 of these and I have 7 now of these, and so I do use my brushes. And what's sad is that these last longer than some expensive brushes. Excuse me. Bruce is showing up already. I did just drink that though. We're going to powder down. Then we're going to get into this ranking. Oh my gosh. I still feel a little nervous, and I shouldn't because it's already written down. I do have them in order. How I did it was Fashion Fair said it loose powder, truly tawny. So what I did was I carried that heavy ass palette thing over to my sofa, and I was sitting there and I took my time. I didn't rush. I took breaks because I get overwhelmed with rankings, and that's why I didn't want to do all 33 of them live, because I'm like, we will be here too long. Everybody will drop off or fall asleep because it's like, why is she sitting there looking like what's happening? So thank you to the anonymous requester, the official troll Ken. Members here get to make a request. That's one of the many perks. If you're curious about perks, click join. It will not join you. It'll show you what the perks are. And if they appeal to you, then you click join again. Really short, quick process from my experience, because I am members of other people's channel. So that is that. So what I thought about was, I even wrote it down, didn't I? I wrote down what palettes did I miss, and the palettes that I had before that I missed, I put them in one pile because I did also repurchase those. So what palettes did I miss and repurchase? So I set those aside, and then I thought, what works for me and isn't messy? I put those aside because I had to figure some kind of way to categorize these palettes instead of just saying which one do I like more than the other one, because I like them all. But surprisingly, some of them I don't think I would miss now that I went through them again. I'm weird that way, y'all. Let me move this because that's casting a shadow. And then I ask, what's unique? Welcome to the official Trollkin family, Vampy girl. We got us a new member, y'all. She done came off the porch and came in the house, took off her shoes and put her feet up and sipping some iced tea. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So the main perk I like is that members get to make a request. And so if there's a look you want me to do, you can post it on my community tab, or you can email it to me, a picture of the look. My email is down below. A particular color story, a certain type of look, or whatever it is you would like me to do. I have a request that I'm doing next week. She wanted me to do, yes, you are one of the girlies. She wanted me to do a face that looks like melted ice cream, and she posted the pictures on my community post. So if you go to my channel and click view community, no, you go to my page and you see visit community, you click on that. That's where you can make your own post instead of waiting for me to post and then just commenting on that. And I really like when they started doing that. And so she posted a picture, and I was like, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. And so I'm really excited because that'll be my first time ever doing that. And those are the looks that I call troll play looks, which are really just creative looks. There'll be trolls here, so we have to like name everything troll something. And so I am excited to do that. But whatever it is you would like to see me do, you can let me know. So so that's what I asked myself. What did I miss and repurchase? What works for me without question? I can pick it up, put it on, it's not messy, and I can just go about my business and it's going to be pretty. And also what's unique. So those are the questions that I asked myself. And so that's how I arrange the palettes. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, this ain't going to make no kind of sense. When y'all see where these palettes go, where they rank, y'all going to be like, excuse me? What? It don't make no sense. And I know it don't. That's what I'm telling y'all. It don't make any sense. And then when I roll back around to rank my goth and grunge palettes, that's not going to make sense because it might be a different order than how I ranked all 33. We're going to do that on the spot. You've been wanting to find a good skin tint for sensitive skin. I have eczema, so I wanted something hydrating and won't irritate. Any recommendations? Oh, thank you for the super chat. I have sensitive skin as well, and I have yet to find a skin tint that I like because usually the color is a little off because my face is different undertones. I can say though, I do really enjoy the Fenty foundation. I don't like the luminous one with the luminous primer because to me it's too glowy. I don't have dry skin. I don't have oily skin. I just have regular. So I use the luminous one with the Milk Hydro Grip primer or the Fenty soft matte primer. And you saw only use one pump, which does give me a lighter coverage. But if anybody here in the chat can give Vampy Girl any recommendations for skin tints, please do so. Unfortunately, I don't use those. Is this even on my face? Where are you? Am I holding? It feels like it's spraying on this side. It feels like it's going this way. Thank you for the hearts. That was weird. Yeah, it felt like it was going this way when I was here. It was over. So we're going to let that dry down. So we are going to rank those live. We're going to do our number one from each brand live. I did not plan that out. All I planned out was number 1 through 33, where they fall. Thanks for sharing. I don't like how you're feeling. I hear you. I hear you. Oh yeah, Janessa does. Do check out Janessa's channel too, Vampy Girl. She does drag makeup, so it's very bold. It's very in your face, and it always looks really good. You paint it on like a touch board. Unfortunately, I can't recommend skin tints, Janessa. And I think that might be one of the reasons why I just use one pump, and then because I'm putting it on top of the primer, that thins it out a little bit too. But I'm not saying to try that because that's 2 products instead of just like one skin tint. So let's get started with this. So I have them in order. We're going to go backwards. In my palette case, I fit what I could going backwards, and what didn't fit is on my stool right here next to me. And so we're going to start with number 33. And again, I have 8 brands, unless you count Haylock. I have 8 brands, unless you divide Notoriously Morbid between them and their sister brand, Spellcast Beauty. If we divide it, then I have 9 brands. If not, I have 8, but I have 33 palettes. I found another palette that I'm going to declutter. And I've already let one go. So we are down to 33. If y'all have seen my post from late last night, maybe around 9-10 Eastern Standard Time, if you saw that post, y'all will know what I did. Yeah. So that's that. Okay, so let's get jiggy with it. All right. Going backwards. Oh, you know what? City Beauty Lips. Janet says she sometimes use Missa SPF skin tint. No idea the color range. The one in the red container. Says Janet. I finally aired my secret on here a couple lives ago. I'm gonna need to take the stopper out because I'm having trouble reaching around the edges. I do not use sunscreen. Every sunscreen I've ever tried has broken up my face horribly. And so I do not use sunscreen. And I do avoid the sun at all costs anyway because I'm heat sensitive. But yes, do wear your sunscreen if your skin can tolerate it. So number 33 out of our palettes. Don't be mad, Janessa. Number 33 gonna need to move that over here. Shit. I'll do that later. Number 33 is the Cryptic palette. Because this is why I think this is number 33. When I saw this, I was lusting over this hardcore. And Jadesta surprised me and ordered it and sent it to me. This shade right here is flaking around in the palette. Well, let me press it in because it's looking like one of the corners looks like it wants to pop up. Let me press you down. That's probably, yeah, that's why it's flaking. Why are these pans removable? Because I'm pressing it down and the whole pan is trying to spin in a circle. What's going on with this palette? So I pressed it in with this. I believe that this is number 33 because this shade, this one, yeah, somewhat. So the end was not a bad but this one, you can see from the texture of it, this one, this one is a one of me. Did I say that one? This one, and this one definitely, and this one. These are beasts from the depths of hell. They are so flaky. You have to get the flake, and I always end up using, which is not a problem. I do not like using my fingers for makeup, so I use a sponge tip applicator. I have to get the flake on here and then get it on and then smear it. That's how I have to use these. I've only done 3 looks with this, and I do believe this is ranking last, number 33, because of those 4 shades. And y'all like, girl, that's silly as hell because you got 2, 4, 6, 8, you got 28 shades in here. I know. And so I do think it ranked where it is, number 1, because of those 4 shades, but also because I've only done 3 looks. And so I need to, I'm gonna turn this fan on over here. I need to just use it more. And I do feel like, and I do believe that after I use it more, it is going to rank higher. Because this is definitely my color story. But this was the last one sitting there like, did you forget me? And I'm just like, damn. But, so excuse me. So I do think that's why this is last. I just need to use it more because it's 28 shades in here. And so I don't want it to be last just because of 4 hellhounds from the depths of hell, these flaky shades. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I am confident as I use it more, it's going to rank higher. I really am. This is definitely my color story, though. So it was kind of like, why is this last? Are you tripping? Y'all know I'd be tripping. But that's that. Number 32. This surprised me as well. I think Lisa Eldridge. That green, it is. It's dual chrome because it looks kind of dull, and then when you shift it, it's like a bold green. It is really pretty on. Sometimes it wants to be a flaky beast from hell, and sometimes it's okay. I'm just like, and I like makeup to work for me. I don't want to work for the makeup, and that's why one of my categories of how I started this ranking was what just works. Period. Put a brush in it, put it on, boom, you're done. It looks wonderful. And that this isn't one of them. But again, it's only 4 shades out of 27. You know what I mean? Black says, Lisa Eldridge skin tint is nice. I prefer to apply my sun protection before color cosmetics. I do not like base makeup that has SPF in them, just a reference. Also for, because I hear people say, oh, my moisturizer has SPF in it. Okay, listen, girl. Do you know that we're supposed to use a teaspoonful of sunscreen? Nobody's using a teaspoonful of foundation or, well, maybe Janessa. Nobody's using a teaspoonful of skin tint or moisturizer or, you know, whatever foundation they're using. So, like, don't get caught up in that. They say we should be using a teaspoon of sunscreen on our face and reapply every 2 hours. But people are like, oh, my foundation has SPF 15. They say we should have 30 SPF or higher. So if you're not doing that, or if you're like me and don't do it at all, you know. But look at my skin. Well, before I put the foundation on, got an itch. Vela Tofana, Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid. I do have 15% off code below. This surprised me as well because this is my color story. Vampy girl, don't cry. I know you're like, but those are the palettes. Those are my vampy color stories. I know. Look at this though. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. This one, one wants to be flaky and this one wants to be flaky. The rest of them are okay. So I really don't know why this is number 32. I really don't know why. Unless it's because of how I categorize them. What did I miss? What did I repurchase? What works without question? What isn't messy and what's unique? This is unique in my collection. Not the blacks and the browns and the 2 reds, but this is my color story. So I don't, and I think it's just those few shades that want to give me problems. Yeah, right? I keep forgetting this is a dual chrome. We have this shade at least 28 times in our stash. The burgundy green shift dual chrome. And so this is one of our goth palettes. Is it? I don't have this as one of our goth grunge palettes, but we do have Cryptic Beauty in there. And you know what? This side, Vampy, yes. If you just look at these 6, this is just a regular pretty palette. And maybe that's why it ranked where it is. Because this side, okay, we're cool. This side held to the yeah. You know what I mean? They look amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ice. This is so bold. And it's a dual chrome too. It has some pink in here. But yeah, this. So yeah, it did surprise even me, like where they fell, and I do think it's because of how I categorized them. And this is why I didn't want to do this live, because I would be here all day. And as a reminder again, Janessa is going live 10 Central Time after me. We like the tag team. Lead this party, go to that party. Janet, I just want the VBB one sometimes. Is that Victoria Beckham? Yeah. Okay. They're amazing. Yeah, that blue. Ooh, yeah. Careful with color selection, says Janet. I felt a little, so the one I got is too warm. I suck at buying foundation online. I need to go to the store and get matched. The next one, y'all, number 31, Spellcast Beauty, notoriously morbid sister brand. I do love the maroon smoky eye. Is Dark Side of the Rainbow. Y'all like, girl, this is your color story too. And it's because I'm sure of how I categorize. So if I just put which one I think is pretty, which one is just my color story, I'm sure they would have ranked different. And you can ask me tomorrow and I'll rank them all different than I am today. But that burgundy blue shift, we have that one and the one I just showed you shift. And for this one, it's because it's limiting. I can easily use 9 shades for an eyeshadow look. This is just 4. And when I look at these metallics in here, they are smooth. They are smooth, no issue. The mattes are wonderful, but this is not anything unique. You know what I mean? If you have more than, 10 palettes and you are living inside of your vibe, and so most of your palettes are your vibe, this is like basic compared to, other stuff. But so that's why this one is where it is. And I do like it though. This is when I'm thinking of decluttering because I have I have similar tones in other palettes, and I find that I stopped buying quads and I stopped buying quints because I never reached for them because I always use more than 4 or 5 shades. And I think that's part of why this one ranked where it did, is because 8 shades. And then so I'm looking at other stuff like, what else can I put here? You know what I mean? Thank you, Jen. That's why I haven't purchased. I'm not ready to risk that amount of money without knowing my shade, especially if they charge you to return it, like to exchange the shade or something. This one, this ranked where it is. This is Life and Death, also from Notoriously Morbid. This is a beautiful color story. But y'all know what? I keep thinking to declutter it. But then I'll say I'll use it again just to be sure, and then I fall in love with it again. But then like a week later, when I'm thinking of what else I can get rid of, this always comes back to my mind. And the metallics in here are really nice. But do I have this right here, y'all? This is it has so much depth to it. But like this shade, this one, are they anything special? And so when I look at it against other palettes, I'm like, So this one is number 30 out of 33. Because I keep thinking to get rid of it. And it may have something to do, too, with that it's only 9 shades. I don't know. But I do really like it, though. So I'm just like, girl, stop freaking tripping. Stop tripping. The next one, y'all gonna be surprised because I pick up this palette a lot and I've panned one of the shades. Number 29, Makeup by Mario, Ethereal Eyes Moonlight. Nina, I know she's not here right now, but Nina, when you watch the replay, Nina is funny, y'all. Because I'll say something in a live stream and I just keep talking. I forget what I said. And she'll leave a comment saying something that I said and then like the laughing emojis. And when I used this palette the last time, yeah, this one I panned it. This is what I did the smoky eye with, and then we pulled in Razzle Dazzle from Circle Loco. We used this shade. I'm surprised I remember this because, hey Michelle, I'm surprised I remember this because y'all not be forgetting stuff. We put this one in a corner because I always forget what color it is. It's actually green. This shade, and then we use this on the lid. We put this under our brow bone, and we used the black, and then I pulled in Razzle Dazzle from Circle Loco. You didn't get the notification? YouTube is finicky. Like for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. And I was saying how this was the first palette I used. This was the palette I used for one of my first troll play looks. And we did shading. So we did like a puppy look on this face. And then this side was just kind of regular, just a little tint from this gray. And the look was beautiful. So, and this has become my unofficial, official creative look troll play palette. Because whenever I want a black or a gray, I pull this palette. That's why that has a hole in it. That's why I panned it. But the blue with the pearl would be amazing. Yeah, this one and this one, yeah. And this black is black. Like, this is a really good black. This formula in this palette, this was not my first Mario palette. I had his quads. I didn't care for the quads. I got rid of those super quick. But this one, the formula is solid. The only thing, this shade and this one, they look different, right? This shade and this one, they show up exactly the same on my eyelid. Why? They don't look the same in here. But I was saying in that live, I said, I don't even touch like these three in this one. And then I had said something like, this side of the palette is neglected. And I said, don't be mad at me because the shadows next to you don't talk to you. And then I just kept on with the live. But that's what Nina comments and put laughing emojis. Don't be mad at me if the shades around you don't talk to you. Yo, Nina funny because I be forgetting I say stuff, but I just be like, oh my God. But yeah, so this one is number 29. It's not special. We have black, we have blue, we have gray, we have metallic gray. These two look the same on me, so they're non-factors. This one though, this shade, but I don't keep a palette just for one shade. And I haven't touched these three in like, I don't know how long. And so I'm telling myself next time I use these, but I just don't. I be right here. In this one, because I always forget that it's green. I'm like, oh, let's put it on, see what color it is, because I forget. And then I'm like, oh, it's green. And then next time I use it, I don't know what color it is. Let's put it on, oh, it's green. Yeah, but I stay like right here. Mainly just these. But, yeah, so that's why this is 29, because it's not special. It's not unique. We got blacks, browns, grays. This black is amazing. I have other blacks that are amazing, too. So it's just like, why are you here? The world of Ragus. Hello. Welcome from Germany. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you too. Thank you for coming in with us. We're ranking my eyeshadow palettes. Michelle, if you look at the post that I did at like 10 o'clock last night, Eastern Standard Time, you'll know automatically what I did. And I remember talking about it before. And then something came up. What? Say less. Yeah. It's tomato. And that's the thing. Is tomato really a fruit? Because they say if something has seeds in it, then it's a fruit. So I really don't know. I think it's a fruit and a vegetable. That's a good question. Does it make ketchup a drink or a smoothie? I don't think anybody drinks ketchup though. But how are you doing today or this evening? I'm not sure what time it is over there. I'm on the East Coast in the United States. Our next palette, y'all, the way these are ranked is boggling my mind. It really is. This is the Nightmare palette. and this is one of our Goth Grungy palettes. Altogether, I have, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 palettes listed as Goth Grungy. This is one of them. This is the Nightmare palette. Very deceptive. I have Lumberjack Man hands, right? Look at this. This is deceptive because, bam. Bam. So I got to lean back or just hold it sideways. This, I think I just need to use it more too. My eyes automatically go to this shade. When I look at it, I see purple. When I look at it where I am, where you are, is blue. But when I look over here, this is purple. This shade is hard pan. This shade is hard pan from the first time I used it. And I never use my hands for makeup. So, why? And the brand, they saw my video. They emailed me. They made it right. I wasn't asking for anything because you got a lot of shades in here. So I wasn't going to trip over too hard pan, even though it was like, this is brand new. So like, what is that? So the way I use those 2 shades is I take this stiff ass brush. It's soft but stiff. Put it in there and put it lower lash line or under my brow. That's the only reason I will use this shade and this one because I ain't got time to be doing a hard pan. This is a dual chrome too. I'm seeing like an orange type shade in here. But that glare you see in the middle, that's hard pan. That glare you see in the middle, that's hard pan. And so it's a lot in here. These are the only mattes in the palette, which don't bother me because I will do an all metallic look. I will do an all matte look. It doesn't matter. And I do like the formula. Everything in here. This is a wannabe flaky, but not really. This one gives me fallout. And then we have hard pan and hard pan, but that's it. Everything else in here is really smooth. It's very pretty, and so I'm just not sure like why it is where it is, and maybe I do need to use it more. And that's one of the reasons that I have been working to decrease the number of palettes I have, is so I will use more of what I have. I'm finally at the point where all of my palettes are within a 2-month rotation. Because I just looked at what I have not used since April, so I can make sure to use, palettes that I have not used since April, we're going to use those in June. So all of my palettes are getting used within a 2-month period, which is great, because I am a firm believer in using your stuff. Just me with stuff on a bookcase unopened I haven't used yet. Do as I say, not as I do. The next palette, number 27. Shout out to the member who made this request to rank them, and for saying I can rank them ahead of time, because there is no way I would be losing my mind right now. So I can just look on here and be like, and I did stack them in order, going backwards. Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid Neon Garden. This is a beautiful palette, but we kind of have these shades. And I do like the mattes. This formula is a smooth formula as well. But it doesn't feed my soul. And these shades, the metallics are not unique. Very pretty. Every palette I'm showing you, just about, I do have a playlist for. If you guys want to see specific looks with a specific palette, you can just go to that playlist. But what's unique in here to me are these 2, not even this one, because this looks like a color from the MAC Connecting Color Hi-Fi palette. That looks like a shade from in there, and it's in one of my BYOPs, because toward my official Ken was like, oh, it's missing a lime green. So I do have this twice. That's not unique. And this is somewhat unique, but not really, because in Circle Loco, there's a pastel blue in there. So this eventually will get decluttered, because I made a purchase from Notoriously Morbid. They have 12 pan palettes. I ordered all 3 of them. One has similar colors as this one, but it has 12 shades. And so this will end up going whenever that order comes here. But this is number 27. Number 26, y'all, I specifically McDonald's, your daughter drink, kids do drink ketchup, like for real. Or they'll dip a french fry in and then just lick the ketchup off and put the french fry in and lick the ketchup off. Kids do that. So Michelle, is that a smoothie? Is that a smoothie for your daughter, since tomatoes is a vegetable? I'm going want to say it's not, because you know why? The way they process foods, it's not really even food anymore. But anyway, let's keep going. This one, I understand why it's here. But in a way it hurts my heart. The MAC Pride palette. This is a puffer jacket. I say this every time. This is so soft. And it's a puffer jacket. This palette, 2024, they came out with this for Pride. I'm like, if this is not Pride for Pride Month and all year round, I don't know what is. And I was so excited to buy this that I purchased one for a friend. And I didn't tell her I purchased it before I sent it to her. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I got this in the mail. Da, da, da. I was like, you're welcome. Hey, Grace. Michelle, Grace, and Janessa, we have a new official troll kin. Vampy Girl joined today. There's a ton of salt and ketchup, so the thought of it being a smoothie makes me cringe. But those tomatoes, V8 drinks are smoothies, right? I could not stomach V8s. Oh, hell no. But this hurt my stomach because this is beautiful. This is beautiful, not only because of the cause, not only because of the packaging. They brought back some older shadows, and so a lot of these are like such and such shade 2.0. But I realized this is where it is because the majority of these shades, and there's 40 shades in here, these are removable, so you can take these out and put in another MAC shadow, and even Pat McGrath singles fit in here, and I'm guessing whatever standard palette that is. Yep, we got a new fam in the house. And so, but these are very much satins for me, and I do like darker looks. I do like all the looks I did. It's just not quite my vibe. Will I ever give this up? No. They can bury me with this if they want to. Maybe I should put that in my will. It's a beautiful palette. It's just mostly satins. The last look I did, I made it a point to use the darker tones. And of course, I like that look more than the other looks. But this is so many satins in here, but they are so friggin' pretty. If you want a bold blue, oh my gosh. It's not a black in here, which surprised me. This is not... Is that a black? I'm going to say no, that's not a black. Now I'm curious. What shade is that? That is Santa's Stilettos. Me being who I am. Santa Stilettos. Santa Stilettos. Where are you at? Santa Stilettos. Oh, it does say soft matte black. When I put it on though, it's more like a gray, like a smoke gray. This is not a black like Mario's black. It's not a black like Natasha's black. It's more like a smoke gray when I put it on, even when I pack it. Oh, you're welcome. I know I was late mailing it too. Because every day I would look at them boxes, 6 boxes stacked up on the chair to go outside. And so I do really like it. I just don't love it. And so this is number 26. Because it's mostly satins, which means you get like a sheer wash of color. And even for me, when I build it up, it doesn't have a lot of punch to it. But the shades are pretty. And so this, I don't foresee ever decluttering it because of one, what it stands for. And number 2, it is very beautiful. And it was limited edition. So you cannot buy this. And when 2025 June came around, I'm like, what are you going to do for Pride this month? Because how do you top this? Look at this. How do you top it? But yet it's 26. Number 25, this is my Lethal BYOP, which is my Martine Cosmetics Mission Triple X Inspired palette. I was trying to dupe it, it ain't a dupe. Okay, this, I'm seeing burgundy when I look this way. When I look here, where you are, I see purple, and when I do this, where you are, I see blue. That's this shade right here, and that shade is Exosphere. This is that same shift. That burgundy green shift. That is Biome. And I do have that in another palette. Sometimes I think to declutter this too, y'all. I do really like all the looks I did with it. I don't know if I'm just going through something lately. Well, it seems like I'm always going through something because I'm always looking at what else can I get rid of. You know what I mean? She beautiful though, and she bold. Like the Lethal is one of those brands as far as their single shadows. Their pre-made palettes that I purchased, they got decluttered fairly quickly. But the BYOPs, those are the ones that stood the test of time for me. They're easy to work with. They're not messy. Everything looks pretty. This how this looks right here. That's how it shows up on my lid. Like it never lets me down. So why would I get rid of it? I'm seeing gold where you are. When I look over here, I see brown. This is what I see in person with this shade right here. And then when I turn it this way, it's that shade. And it surprises me. Like that right there, I'm like, I'm looking at what I see over the corner, out the corner of my eye, and then I look where you are, and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I looking at? So this is number 25. It may be, part of me is disappointed that it's not a dupe, or maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. But I love Lethal, and I got rid of a bunch of shadows, well, my BYOPs, not too long ago. So it's like, girl, why is that? I didn't mean to turn that fan on. Excuse me for sucking my teeth. So, oh boy. Why are you number 24? Excuse me. Hey, Nina, I just talked about you. I just talked about you commenting what I say and putting laughing emojis. Don't be mad at me if the shadows next to you don't talk to you. Because I say stuff and then I forget. So when I read your comment, sometimes Michelle does that too. And I'll read the comment and be like, what? And then I'll go back and watch it. I'll be like, oh, damn. It always makes me laugh. And I don't even know if I realize what I be saying sometimes because I just be just talking. Ooh, don't fall, paper. I need you so I know where stuff is. So I just put this together not too long ago. Two of my official troll. No, this isn't the one. This is the chill palette. Okay, yeah, this is number 24. This shade keeps breaking in pieces. I think it's getting rid of this one too, y'all, sometimes. And what keeps it here is this, I believe, is Illuminati from Pat McGrath. It was a single. But I have blacks. I have black mattes. I have black metallics. These greens right here, this row is just like, So this is like the smoky row. This is whatever. But I do think getting rid of this one. And I need to just chill out. I just need to chill out. But every other time I open this, there's another chunk of this one missing. And this shade is Wilted Thorn. I have my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. So I have the shade names up here. I really like this shade, Shady Santa, because this one gives a lot of depth. But then, like, we have those tones. We got browns, and I have enough greens. Even thinking of the neon palette, which eventually will get decluttered, that had blue and green metallic in it, I believe. Nina, Vampy is an official troll Ken today. She joined the membership. Number 23. Another Lethal palette. And Lethal works for me, y'all. The formula just works. This is the one I call Autumn Vibes. Well, my members named my palettes for me. So I put it in the most autumn palette that I had from Lethal. And this is what that looks like. I used this not too long ago. For Lethal, I have a Lethal BYOP playlist. Since my members made up the name. That's that same shift, that burgundy and green that we have 1,000 times. But I'm just... And that's why, and this is why I'm saying this ranking is not going to make sense to you. Because something like this, or like this Matte Pride palette, or even Cryptic. So when y'all see what's ahead of that, y'all going to be like, why the fuck she put that up there, but she put the other thing. I'm telling you, it ain't going to make no sense. I told y'all that in the beginning. It's not going to make sense. Ask me next week to rank them, it'll be something different. And some of them may be decluttered. I mean, I'll be tripping. Yes, thank you. Hello, when y'all use my emojis. Oh, you're welcome, Nina. Michelle said she got hers today, too. Yeah, I mailed out 6 packages. So I think because it's not, when you get so many palettes, whatever shadow you look at in a palette, you can be like, I have that somewhere else, or something very similar. And so I think that's what it's coming down to. And I remember saying like a year ago, I said the mid-60s is my sweet spot for palettes. But now that I'm down to 33, I'm really digging it. And I'm still looking at stuff like You're not special. It's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. But y'all know my mind can be a scary place. Um, I think it was quick because when I mail packages, I mail them from the post office that's also the distribution center. And it says it's Wilmington, even though, like, physically located, it's in Newcastle. But it's there. Oh, thank you. Because I know some of them can be fragile. So I was like, let me just keep wrapping it up. Hey, Tanya. Your chat finally loaded. Oh, awesome. Tanya, we have a new official troll Ken. Vampy Girl joined the membership today. So there is a post office in Newark. But if I send something, if I go to Newark post office, I think it actually says Bear. They do both. One side of the post office is for Newark, and the other side of the post office down the hall is for Bear. I'm like, it's the same fucking building. Like, but if I go there to mail something, it'll go to the distribution center, and then it'll go out to whatever else distribution center, and then it'll go to your local post office and into your house. So I bypass the middleman. I drop them off at the distribution center. So it'll go straight to the distribution center closest to you and then to your local post office. That's why I think it's quick, because I have mailed something down to like Texas before. And the next day, well, I sent it early in the morning. The next day, they were like, oh, I got your package. Thank you. I'm like, damn, I just mailed that yesterday. And so I think that's why it's quick. And that's why I always mail stuff. Always mail stuff out of there. My brother's keeping the box and wrapping for future use. Was it in a special box? Something I mailed to somebody was in, it was in a Vistaprint business card box. So that was real tiny. But what was your box? And I do reuse the Penzies boxes. But I do keep packaging materials. I take that back. When I packaged up all of your stuff, and then I packaged up stuff for my Macquarie, that was in my Macquarie store, as if they were ready to be mailed out, so that way I can get rid of all the excess boxes and stuff like that. But what box did I send that to you in? It's a white box. That was sent to me. Something was in it. Because the boxes I have purchased, they're black and they're from Amazon. And they come flat and you put them together. But this, it works for me though. That's the thing. But yet and still, we are number 23. Because it's just not unique. But then, like, nothing really is once you have a certain amount of palettes. But so what it ends up being for me is, how much do I enjoy using it, and if it is unique. I am going to stand up to bring the other, my witchamajigget over here. I thought I was prepared, y'all, but I was not prepared. Okay. So that one, the Autumn Vibes, was number 23. So these are the rest of them. And they are in order. Do I want to? I did not think this through. Actually, I really did not. So I kept resetting. So I'm pushing stuff back and over so I can shift this pile that's in front of me over there. Do I want to turn you? Yeah, let's turn you. All right. So let's move this over here. I'm gonna put this in front of me. All right. So number 22. This was a gift. Pat McGrath Labs Gilded Nirvana Mega Eyeshadow Palette. This ain't mega. Look at my hand. This is smaller than a Nightmare palette. This ain't mega. Like, what are they smoking? I really love this palette though. I love this formula. Some people complain, and y'all see the dips in here. I haven't used it a lot. That's how soft they are. You see all these dips? Dip, he dip, we dip. These are soft. I love the formula. And these two are from the same quint. And I believe this one and maybe this one are from the same quint. And there's something else in here that's from another quint. So a lot of these are repeat shades. I like this palette because I love the formula. And I stopped buying quints because I use more than 5 shades. And so the amount of shadows is only 12. and they look smaller than the regular ones. I don't know, but I do like it. And I did a look. I usually don't use a shade to top another shade, unlike what I do for lipsticks. I'll put lipstick and then put something on top of it. But I forget what I used. I had it look. I'm like, oh, let's just put this on and see. I was like, oh, so that's what the hype is. Okay, and it did really make a difference for the look. And so, your Pat McGrath needs some love. Yeah. But as I was saying earlier, I do have all of my palettes within a 2-month rotation. I use all of my palettes within 2 months, but I do keep track though. So I'll just be like, what happened? So I did write out what I have not used since April, and it's only like 10 or 11. So we're going to be using those in June. So that'll be yeah. So I am on a really good rotation. Excuse me. So for me, it's not like what do I feel like wearing. It's just like what do I need to use. I'll just use it. But this formula is a solid formula. A lot of people complain they're not the big celestial shades. They don't have that high shine shimmer shimmer. So what? The formula goes on nice, it's easy, it's not messy, and it looks pretty. That's why I like it. When something is a high shine shimmer shimmer, I'm like, oh wow, that's shimmer shimming. But that's not what I live for. Some people live for that sunbeam type look, but I don't. But when it happens, it's nice. But I don't. That's not what I'm really going for. But these, I love this formula. What did I just look at? This looks like a golden green. When I look where I'm looking now, when I look where you are, it just looks more just gold. It looks brighter in person. But I really like this palette. Yet and still, that is number 22. I told y'all this ain't gonna make no sense. Told y'all that. The next one is a Natasha palette. I love her formula. She can have the sparkling wet effect. Because give me some color. Just don't give me shine with no color. Give me some color. Okay? So what number is this? Number 21 is Retro Glam. Retro Glam, it ain't a lot of spice. It's not, it's actually is no spice. Actually, it's no spice. And so this is why I was saying, did you see my post? There was a site that was having 40% off. I posted when I saw it. Someone sent it to me, so I did a post. It was maybe like 10 o'clock last night Eastern Standard Time. 40% off. I was just like, oh, okay. So, hey, Dawn. This has no spice. And this is proof that what I was saying, like, this isn't going to make sense. Because I have some spicy palettes. Golf and grungy, vampy, colorful. But they're lower than this one. Make it make sense. The formula. I do like the looks I did with this. Some of these pale ones, I just using the buff out or for transition or buff out lower lash line or whatever. So I do find a use for the lighter shades. But it's just like, girl, like... And how I know that I liked it, this is actually a repurchase too on that, y'all. What I realized, because I split up these colors and mixed up my other Natasha Denona palettes. And when I sat and thought about it, I had kept like 9 of these shades. 8 or 9 of the shades. There's only 15 in here. So that told me I did like at least half the palette. A little more than half the palette. And so this is a repurchase for me, believe it or not. Because it's easy, it's pretty, it's not messy. I can travel with this. I don't got to think too much. Because when I travel, I'm half asleep the whole time I'm away. Because my sleep schedule is disrupted. So I can just put this on and it's pretty. So I need to move my paper. So that one, I'm sweating. So that one is 21. Number 20, it kind of hurts my heart. Leela, this is a repurchase. Y'all, check this out. I had got rid of my previous Diva. I decluttered it. And then I missed it. What? I missed it. So this is a repurchase. And my thought on why it ranked, what number? 20, is because I just don't reach for it often. It's not a purple palette, but if you use this shade, or this one, or this one, anywhere in your look is going to be purple. These shadows have pigmentation. This this or this, your whole look is going to look purple. You can easily do something else. You can do these three, a nice little look. You can do this quad. So you don't have to do monochromatic. But if you're going to use this or that, your whole entire look is going to look purple. The formula is solid. This is her old school formula that I love. You can keep the sparkling wet effect. I do like her slip cream, but I wonder if she just renamed her cream to powdered formula or the creamy mattes. Because how many creams do you need? So you got the creamy matte. You have the creamy matte, the cream to powder. Now you have slip cream. How many creams do you need? But this is the formula that I love. This is a dual chrome. The dual chromes in here are not very strong. So you see this and then it's that. When it's on the lid, this is a dual chrome too. So it's purple and then it's whatever color that is. This one says it's a dual chrome, but I don't really, to me it just looks like the light is just hitting it different. And that's why it looks like that. But so, yeah, Lila is 20. And I don't even use Lila that often, but yet and still it's above the more colorful punchy stuff. I thought I saw Jasmine. You have put Janessa. That's why I was looking. Still waiting on me. Me too. I'm hoping it's not just a muted yucca palette. You want to see Midi Rose. Ugh. She has enough of those color tones. Those color stories. I'm sweating. Y'all, now we're all ready. Now imagine if I did all this right here, right now, and didn't do it ahead of time. Ciao. Number 19. Lady of Shalot's Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid. The formula. The formula here is solid. And you have a lot to choose from. If you want, you whatever type of look you want to do, you can do. You want to go dark, you have your little pocket. You want to do a light look, you have your little pocket. If you just want to do neutral there, not there, you have that row. If you want purples over here. This is a nice black. This is a nice black, and then you have this. Which one of these are darker? This dark brown and then this brown. They're just different undertones. Actually, this is looking gray where you are. It's because of the lighting. When I look in person, this is a brown. It is. It's a big selection. And I was hoping to be talked out of it, but I wasn't. So this is the story. They had this one, and they had one that was a lighter color story. And my first thought was, oh, I'm going to boast for my kit because that'll be all the colors, right? I have no rainbow palettes. I'm like, that'll be all the colors. But then I'm like, eh. And so one day I was on the site for something, and I saw this was still there, but the lighter one wasn't. Maybe it was FOMO. Maybe that's what it was, fear of missing out. Because I thought, oh, the other one's not here anymore. What if this one they don't have anymore? They've been good the last couple of years with just not having stuff anymore. You don't go to the site to get it and be gone. It's like, excuse me. And so I took a screenshot and I sent it to a friend. I didn't say anything. What I wanted them to say was, you already got those tones and you don't like them neutrals anyway. But what they wrote back was, oh, you can do some pretty looks with that palette. And I was like, damn it. So I bought it. So that's how this happened. Because as I was saying earlier, like we have purples, we have blues, we have greens, we all have these shades right here. So it's just like, but having all that in one palette. Now, would I travel with it? Probably not, because this shit is huge. But it does. It has a lot of variety. Who is... What? Who is Jane? Did I miss somebody? Yeah, they had a 40% off on my website for that yesterday. And it was yesterday only. And I was just like, oh... But her end of year sales are really good though. They really are. It almost comes to buy one, get one free, but you have to buy the same size. Like you have to get 2 middies. It's almost buy one, get one free. If you buy 2 of the larger size, the 129 ones, which are probably now 133, I'm not sure. So it does have to be within, it has to be the same size. And then she'll bundle stuff too. Her end of year sales are really good. Yeah, it was. I didn't want to keep calling her out. But so that's what I was hoping for. But you know what? I really like this palette. What number? Number 19. Because there are a lot of options. And this row came in handy. I had 2 member requests. One was for Patti LaBelle look. And y'all know all of her looks are glam. And somebody else requested a full glam look. So this row, this is what I use right here. This is what I use right here. So it did come in handy. Because y'all know I don't really like them shit. But it came in handy and the look was really pretty. But yeah, the story of the big ass palette. I know this. I know I got a big head, y'all. Can you see my head? Can you see my head? This is a big ass palette. If you got, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. But it does. It has like just about everything in here. The only thing is it doesn't have a red. Like if you want to be like for real vampy, like yeah, you can use this shade and use that one, but like a red, that would be nice in here. Take this out or this one out and put like a deep red. Oh yeah, no one should come to me to talk to them out of shopping. And the thing is, I didn't say anything. I just took a screenshot and sent her the picture. I didn't say anything. But that's what I wanted her to say. Oh, you already got those shades. Oh, you could do the pretty lips together. But and I do really if you can see the formula, the ones that have dents in them, that's because they're soft. It is a nice formula. And the mattes, you see how smooth they are? And even like these metallics over here, like how smooth they are. That's how some of these palettes get me. It's just like the formula. Everything in here is really smooth. There's no chunky monkeys. There's no beast from the depths of hell in here. You know, none of that. It's just a really solid palette. And I am enjoying it even though it's number 19. Number 18. This is a repurchase. Subversive from Pat McGrath. Mothership number 3. I was going to say I would love for the brand to go back to this, but we know that they're not. Because the masses aren't buying smoky, colorful palettes. They're not. And this was supposed to be in her avant-garde palette. This is what I live for. Those 6 shades right there. This will just go under the brow. But this, you use these. This is black metal, right? Yeah, this is black metal. You use any of those up there, your look is going to be smoky. Dare I say vampy, especially if you put this one there. And that's kind of looking like Razzle Dazzle from Circle Loco. And so people are like, the celestial shades. I'm like, nah, just give me them 6 right there. These are nice, but I don't live for them. This is purple. This is a dual chrome. So even when the Pat McGrath motherships I did have, I didn't buy them for the high shine, shimmer, sparkle, celestial shades, whatever. No, I bought it for the other side. So I know I am an anomaly in that sense. I did miss it after I decluttered it. And because it's smoke. This is pure smoke, y'all. This is pure smoke and pure vamp. This Gigabyte, I tried to dupe this out a couple years ago when I had it back in the day. I swatched this and I went through all my palettes that had something to green gold. There is no dupe for this. And that is a pretty ass shade. And I don't use it that much. But I do know I don't want to be without it. Because when I didn't have it, I missed it. I don't know why. And I like the formula in here too. And these are the baked celestial shades. They're not messy. And then you just got all this smoke. You got the smoke. So this is number 18. I really missed it. I missed it, so I repurchased it. And that says a lot too if I repurchase something. Because y'all know I'll be like, declutter! And that'd be it. And it's like, declutter, sell, repurchase. Like, girl, what is wrong with you? The next one, this is... Okay, two of my official troll kin named this palette for me. They picked a long ass name. I wanted to have a fun, colorful MAC palette. MAC shadows, I don't care what nobody say. They work. They're not messy, they show up, they're pretty, easy to work with. And so these, let me see. These right here and this one. Actually, these 8 right here. Is that 8? 3 times 3 is 6, right? So these are the ones I purchased. These were from other palettes. And this is that, I have this in a hi-fi color palette, which is similar to the green and neon garden. So I wanted to just have a fun palette. These are just grounding shades. If I wanted to smoke it out, there's a black. This is carbon. Carbon is a nice black. And so this may be transition or buff out. But it was like these right here. I wanted to just have a really fun palette. And someone has said to me, that looks like the Celestial Nirvana palette. And I'm just like, damn it, you're right. Like, what the fuck? Like, I already have it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you, so this is Celestial Nirvana. So if you look at the shades I put in here, you got the gold, the turquoise, the black. Well, the black is down here, and it's not a metallic. But this could have been the fun party palette. They do look nice together though, because this has shades in it that this one doesn't. Like that purple and the more turquoise. This is a dual chrome, because it's that shade and then it's this shade. This is a dual chrome too, but it doesn't really show up that well. And so when somebody said that, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like that does look like that. And so that goes back to what I'm saying. Like, once you have so many palettes, something's going to look like something else that you have. And that's why when these brands come out with stuff, it's like, we already have all of that. Yes, I'm so good. MAC and Olandria collab blushes. I would need to see those in person. I am not buying any more blushes. I'm looking very olivey today. I am not. And so what they named this palette was Trolls Just Want to Have Fun. And I'm just like, I was going to be like the party palette. They'd be like, Trolls Just Want to Have Fun. So that's the name of this palette. I do like it. I don't use it that often. But this is still number 17. MAC to me is like lethal singles. It just works. It shows up. It's pretty. It works. It's not messy. You might have to be careful though, because the colors do show up. They are pigmented or opaque, whatever the word is the kids are using these days. And so I do have to put thought into it. Like Retro Glam, I can just slap it on and it's going to look nice. I just slap something like this on. Oh, girl. Your eye going to be blue all day. You have a blue eye instead of a black eye. And so that's the only difference between this and something like Natasha's. Don't say that, no more blush. No, I'm saying I have enough blush. Tanya, Vampy Girl joined the membership today. Vampy Girl, Tanya is the blush queen. Before she left doing videos for a while, and then I kept telling her, you need to start doing videos. So she came back and she's doing videos again now. But she used to put on blush and be like, that's a lot of blush. Let's put on some more. Yeah, that's a lot. Let's put on some more. She loves blush. Tanya loves her blush. Tanya loves her blush. And so this one is number 17. Trolls Just Want to Have Fun. And the other one was Trolls Need to Take a Nap, or Trolls Need to Chill, because that's like the kind of like, yeah, let's just chill out. You just recently started to wear blush. Oh, you're in for an exciting journey. And so this is the Trolls Just Want to Have Fun palette. The next one, also a MAC palette, Connect in Color. This one is their Future Flames palette. I did one eye with this, and I did the other eye with Sunless Seduction, Pat McGrath Mothership. People thought that this eye was the Pat palette. So for those who like, nobody can top Pat, you're right. People thought this was the Pat side. Janessa wears at least 6 blushes. So how the line goes is, Janessa says, we don't wear 1 blush, we wear 6 blushes. Janessa be wearing her makeup, y'all, and she do. And I just dropped that brush. And I used to do, and I still do, I'll do a bronzer gradient, but I just recently started doing a blush gradient, put a darker blush here and a lighter one here. And then I'm like, why have I not been doing that? Because I was doing that with bronzers, one here and one here, and have that gradient. And I didn't think to even do that for blush until like maybe earlier this year, but I love it though. Yes, the blush draping, when you take it all the way up here, oh man. And so this is the Future Flames palette. I do highly recommend the MAC Connect in Color palettes. There's 3 of them, and they're all 3 pans. And you can tell me Morphe didn't borrow this style of packaging. It is a lot more muted, yeah, but you can't tell me that they didn't. What you see on the outside is what you see on the inside. The formula, MAC for me just works. It just works. And this is not just a red palette. You can use these shades. You can use this one. You can do like this right here. You can do this row. So even though it's red tone, it's not a red monochromatic palette. Yes, you can easily do red monochromatic looks, but you can do so much more. The formula is solid. I recommend these when either MAC is having a sale or because they're sold at Ulta. When Ulta has a 20% off coupon that includes Prestige, yes, I have a lot of links down below. Thank you for using them in advance. But this is just a solid palette, and this is one too that I have traveled with because I know whatever I do is going to look pretty, and it's not going to be messy, and I don't have to think too hard about, okay, put this here, okay, that one's going to be real pigmented, you know, make sure you put a little bit. No, because I just be slapping stuff on and then be like, oh, this is pretty, because I be half asleep, so I'm like, I don't have time to be thinking too much. But this is, you know, MAC just works for me. And so that is, whew, let me watch the time here so we can be off in time for Vanessa's live. So that was number 16. Number 15. Y'all see how I just lit up. And y'all gonna be like, because of that. And that's Sephora, but their sales, they be finicky with their sales, and Sephora is stingy. But yeah, MAC is now sold at Sephora. And so people were like, oh my gosh, why did they go to Sephora? That's where brands go to die. Let me tell you something. People be shopping Sephora like the end of the world is coming. Xenon palette. This is number 15. And I say this every time I talk about this palette. I have heard people say, I only get 2 looks out of this palette. When I first got it, I did 5 looks. They were all completely different. Some of them was busted because I was trying to duplicate Natasha's looks, and I ain't Natasha. My whole technique is different, but I tried. So some of them was busted, but my first 5 looks were completely different. So people like, I only get 2 looks out of that palette. If you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. And if you want something different, you got to do something different. And so what this palette does for me is it encourages me to try different shadow placements, to try graphic looks, to do something different. And that's what I like about this, is that it encourages and motivates me to do something different. What I don't like though is that there's not any blacks in here. These are blue based. All of these are blue based. This one says it's described as something something black something something, but when I put this on, this is blue. This is blue based, and so is this one. This is the only one that says it has black in it, but it doesn't. Dang, you almost got rid of that one. Which one, Janet? But I really like this palette because it does. I look at it, I'm like, what can I do that I haven't done before? Because you can get more than 2 friggin' looks out of here. But it's the people who, they take a nude shade. Oh, Xena. Oh, yeah, y'all, this is a repurchase too. This is a repurchase. I did get rid of one and I refreshed it. Yeah, so this is a new one. Her end of year sale last year, before the nobody started last year, I repurchased like quite a few of her palettes. I really did, because the sales was so good. So I was waiting for that sale. And so this, it encourages me, like, what else can I do different? And so what most people do here on YouTube, they take a flesh tone shade for their crease, and then they take a shade that's a little bit deeper and put in their transition, and then they put on a sparkle on the lid, and that's it. If you always do that, if you always do the same types of colors in the same place, then yeah, your looks are going to be the same or very similar. But this motivates me and excites me and encourages me to do new things, try something different. And for that reason, and it's easy to work with. I don't like the sparkling wet effect. This is shiny, and surprisingly, I do think this is a wet effect, but it actually has a little bit of color. But there's something else in here that I was just like, they could have kept that. But I use like a shade like this one and that one just under my brow bone, because I don't really care about shimmer high shine on my lid. But some people look at this and they're just like, oh girl, you can only get 2 looks at it. No, I have a playlist for this if you want to see. Natasha Denona Xenon palette. So that one is number 15. Number 14. Should I leave this light off? This is on. Mary Mean One from Notoriously Morbid. I freaking love this palette, and every time I look at this, I think of when I did that Grinch look, because I really love that look. And so what you see on the outside is what you see on the inside. It did come out right before Christmas. Why are you flaking? Why are you flaking? This one gives me fallout. This one, it is pretty. This shade right here. This is the only one I believe that gives me fallout. The rest of these are very smooth. And even though, like, you can see there's some texture, this is a dual chrome. This one right here. I remember right now, and I just flashback to when I first swatched this. When I first get a new palette, I do a live stream swatch party, and then I start doing looks with it because I want y'all to experience the same thing that I am, or at least with me, during the swatch party before I do looks. And I remember this looked like this. And I'm like, okay, reddish shade. I stuck my sponge tip in there, and it turned green. I was like, oh. This one right here, I was like, oh, okay. So that surprised me. But the formula is solid, very smooth, except this one. You will get fallout from this one. But it is a pretty color though. This is kind of gritty also, and so that's why it's flaky. But this, I love this palette. And this is what I'm seeing too about the other ones. Like, I have greens. You know what I mean? So thinking of the MAC Time to Chill palette, I have greens. I got 5 greens right here. I got greens, and then I have greens in other palettes too. But this one, I don't remember if I purchased it or if they sent it to me. I don't remember. But I freaking love this palette. I love it so much. It's number 14. Lethal Anxiety is number 13, and my members named this Anxiety. Thank you for bearing with me, those of you who have heard this story every time I talk about this palette. This shade right here. This shade right here. This one. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I usually use Esom V27 because it's small. So I just do, a small area. If I want to do my entire lid or the majority of my lid, I use the Hourglass number 3 because I can do the whole thing fairly quickly because it's a larger brush. I took this brush, I dipped into this shade, I swiped it, I was like, oh shit. Oh fuck. I was not ready. And it took over the look was busted as hell. I know my issues. I know when I fucked up. That look was busted. The video was still up. We don't scrap content here. And I was intimidated by it. And every time I would think to use that shade or to use this palette, which I have rearranged since then, I would always feel like I would feel anxious because of this shade. I was traumatized. It was the color is beautiful, but it took over and I wasn't ready. I didn't know. I was just like, ugh. And so I was very anxious about this. And so my members named it Anxiety. They named this palette Anxiety because of this shade. And so I didn't use it again for a very long time because I would always, like, my heart would start racing faster and I would just be like, ugh. Like, seriously, I was having like anxiety attacks over this shade. And so they named it Anxiety. And so I'm like, okay, let me use this palette. Y'all, I love this freaking shade. I am no longer anxious about it, but it's still going to keep the title Anxiety palette. I'm no longer anxious about it because now I know. I don't know what be staying in my Esom brushes. Some are green and some are red. Use this little brush. Put a little bit at a time and then blend it out. Do not use the Hourglass number 3. But this Lethal just works for me. And there's shades that look pigmented. They really are. Shades that look bold. They really are. This is a nice ass black. This is Transmutation. And this is Nocturnal, which is a nice dark brown. I only keep this one and this one because they're UV reactive. And this is the exact color of my second cousin's cheerleading team. Their colors are hot pink, white, and black. And when I go to her competitions, I wear this shade. And her mom is like, that's the exact color of their uniform. I'm like, I know, right? She say that every time. So this will stay. This is UV reactive. I didn't buy it for that. I bought it just because it was orange. But this is a nice smoke roll right here. This. Put a little bit of this or this transition area. Oof. But yeah, this is Anxiety here that I'm no longer anxious about. This is really bold too. I think this has some blue in it. This shade is called Idol. And it's not going to show up any other kind of way. Just like that Mario shade that looks like this, but it's green. This does look to have some blue in it, where the Mario one doesn't look like it has anything in it, but then you put it on, it's green. Excuse me, Mario? The next one, this is a repurchase. I had this years and years ago, and I got rid of it. It came out the same time that the Huda Beauty Empowered palette came out. So this one, number 12, is Natasha's Dream palette. You notice I didn't say my dream palette, which is what it says because it's not mine. But I do like this palette. There is some smoke in here for sure, but then there's also other stuff. But looking at this, and I love this softer formula that she has. You see the dips. It's not that I use them more. It's just that they're just soft. And her colors, excuse me, do show up. The lighter colors show up as they are. It's going to show up light. But anything with some color to it or some shimmer to it, this little pocket over here, this shade, these, they show up really nice. And I do really like this palette. I just needed to get out of my head, because I bought it with the Empowered palette, and I was doing comparisons. One look with this, one look with the Hood Beauty, and I kept this one because I liked it more than that one. And then I thought, that's not a good reason to keep a palette just because you like it more than something else. And so years went by, and the sale. I said, you know what, I'm gonna repurchase it. And I do actually really like this palette. Her formulas just work for me. And I like that it has that dark brown and the black in here. This is more like a eggplant or aubergine or whatever you want to call it, but this brown and this black. So even though there's some light shades in here, it's easy to deepen it up with either this, or this, or even this one, or even this one. Like there's options. This shows up nice on me too. Woo. Yeah, I did get rid of it. It might still be in my Macari store for all I know. I don't know. I just thought, like, why is shadow on the side? Like, I don't know where it came from. So the next one, this one is an anomaly. This one is Notoriously Morbid Eternal Beauties. And I did question, when I ranked them and I set them out, I didn't think too much because I'm like, I will never get this done. And I was surprised, and I left it where it was. This is the Eternal Beauties palette. Because this is, I say this every time, so thank you for bearing with me, those of you always here. This is a metallic red. This is a matte red. They show up exactly the same on my lid. You see that this has sparkles in it. This black, this is a matte black. They show up exactly the same on me. Exactly the same, which is matte. These don't show up as metallics, and this barely shows up with any whatever those particles in it. They both show up like these two, and so I'm like, that's a waste. For somebody else, they may show up different. For me, they show up the same, so that kind of just leaves me with 10 shades instead of 12. But I do like this palette because it's vampy. The first looks, these two columns I did a look, these two I did my second look, these two I did my third look. Y'all know this was my favorite, was these, because it was like hella vampy for real. And so, and I like this shade. This is a green gray something or other, and I actually have it on here. This says it's green toned medium gray matte. I love this shade because it is different. And so this placed number 11. Told y'all it wasn't gonna make sense. I told y'all it wasn't gonna make sense. Told y'all it was not gonna make sense. And our next one, number 10. Another mothership. This one is Moonlit Seduction. This is a repurchase. I had decluttered it, and as time went on, I missed it. It is. It really is Vampy Girl, for sure. And I do keep the sleeve because it's not bulky. Like some packaging is just like, okay, get rid of it. But yeah, and it's raised. If you can hear that. Like this is textured. It is really nice. And you can see the colors. Yeah, they did good with this one. And not only do you see the colors on here, also like on the sleeve. Like this is really nice. But yeah, that's number 11. This is number 10, Moonlit Seduction. I decluttered it, and then as time went on, I missed it. And it's not gonna make sense. It's not gonna make sense. I only get like 2.5 looks out of this palette. No matter what I do, no matter what I do, no matter what I put where. If I put this one or this one transition area, it looks like another look I did. These two, I don't know what. I've tried layering shades, like putting these down and putting one of these on top of it. This shade right here is beautiful. This silver, this is beautiful. This is a dual tone. We have that green burgundy shift. Can you blow bubbles with it? That's the question. Don't forget to subscribe, ranked while you're here. I actually missed not having this palette. And to look at it, it's like, girl. So coming from this to what? I told y'all it was not going to make sense. I told y'all up front, it ain't going to make sense. I actually missed it. I missed not having this palette. And I only get 2.5 looks out of here. Whatever I do, it looks like something else I did. I can do different shadow placement, top one of these over top of something else, and it still don't look much different. It's got to be pink. But I missed it. It's weird because it doesn't look like, oh my gosh, like the Pride palette or something like that. I missed it. I really missed it, and so I repurchased it. This one is my Martine Cosmetics 669 dupe palette. And this is a dupe palette because my 669 was starting to die. And I'm like, let me swatch out the colors. And because I had a lot of lethal at that time, I said, let me swatch all the colors. I spent like an hour or whatever just swatching all the colors. And so this is what I came up with. And so what I did was this top row, I did one eye. Martine Cosmetics top row did the other eye. They look almost the same. I was like, yes. This row, this eye, the middle row, Martine 669. Bottom row, lethal, this one. Bottom row, 669. So this is a dupe palette. I still am waiting for it to come back to Beauty Bay because I will repurchase the 669. Even though this is a dupe for that, someone said, well, it's not the original. And they did change the packaging to something less bulky. But I didn't mind the packaging because it was unique. It was different. But yeah, this is my 669 dupe palette. I love this palette. This is in another palette. What shade is that? Because I know that shift. That shade, oh, that's Exosphere. Yeah, that was in the other palette too. And this is Nocturnal. No, this is Transmutation. That black that was in the other one. And this is Nocturnal, which is in another palette as well. Because I wanted to have this color story. So I'm like, I will. And I don't like dupes in my collection, but I'm like, I'm going to dupe it, damn it. Because I want these shades in this palette. And this is a dupe for the Martine Cosmetics 669. And I love this palette. And so this was in the 669 palette, Abracadabra bitch. I kept this side at 669. And you know what, y'all? It fits perfect in here. Look at it. So even with that, this is number 9. I love this one. That palette is going to be Jerome for me. If you know, you know. I don't know Jerome. You wanted to text me on that one, Nina. I don't know Jerome. Do I know a Jerome? I'm tripping. Yo, listen. When I saw this packaging, I said, I'm getting it. I ain't even know what the inside looked like. Oh, the stink bug that was on the curtain when I had the white curtain over here. Why you remind me of that, Nina? And I was shooketh for a long time because I remember I'd be doing live streams and I'd be looking like that better not be Jerome's cousin over there. I forgot about Jerome. Oh my God. Y'all, I was just like, and I was trying to finish the live and I'm looking at like where this thing going because I wanted to make sure I could see where it went, but it was just resting on the curtain because I have a thing over here, but it might have been that it was when it was white though. I just put the black one over the white one, but I was just, and I remember I kept looking and I was so distracted. I'm like, look, we need to end this live stream because I'm not going to be happy until I do this, and you don't want to crush them because that's when the smell comes out. But I was just like, I just wanted to know like where it went. Yeah, Jerome was a stink bug that was on the white curtain over here in the live stream. And I looked and I was just like, I'm like, all right, y'all, we need to go because I cannot focus. I kept looking over there. And so I named him Jerome. And I did take care of Jerome after the live stream. But then I was still skittish. I do not like insects. And then I was skittish because every live stream after that, I'm like, I kept looking to see if it was one of his cousins over there. Which it never was. But I was just like... That better not be Jerome's cousin's Copperfield. Or look at him, where's Jerome at, girl? Damn, Nina, I forgot about that. What was that, like 2 years ago? Oh my gosh. That had to have been at least like 2 years ago. At least 2 years ago. Oh my God, Nina. Oh. I was so skittish for like weeks and weeks. Like, it better not be one of Jerome's. And it never was. Jerome's family, they ain't never come look for him. But I was just like, I do not like insects. I do not like bugs. But I love camping. Make it make sense. Stink bugs are cute, but if you don't live on the ground floor, they can be cumbersome to escort out. I'm on a third freaking floor, Janet. Why the hell? But you know what I was told? They live in the walls. And even if there's just a little crack, they can come through. Because when I lived next door, a couple times a year, I would see a few stink bugs. And I was like, okay, can you send maintenance over here, exterminator, somebody, something? And he told me they live in the walls. And I'm like, thank you for saying that, sir. But anyway. Yeah, just don't crush them because that's when they smell. So I'm just, yeah, but I was just like, I was skittish for like weeks and weeks after that. Thank you, Nina. So when I saw when I saw this, I knew I was going to buy this palette. I didn't know what the inside looked like. I said, I'm getting that palette. And when I'm not on a no buy, I'm on a perpetual low buy, which is nothing full price. Use a coupon code, point multiplier, gift card, something. Do not pay full price. Yeah, Nina's like, you're welcome. Oh my God, how long? That had to be at least 2 years ago. At least 2 years ago. And so I was just going to buy it flat out full price. And then one of my official troll Ken, she sent me a link for it for 15% off. I'm like, thank you, girl. You kept me within my perpetual low buy. I've never smelled them. Oh, I don't touch them. I think I took like a container with a lid and just kind of like pushed them off the curtain into the thing with the lid and then put the lid on it. And then I think I put it in the freezer. And then next time I took out trash, I put it in the trash and took it out. Because I ain't want to take no chances of it getting out. And I'm like, okay, if I freeze it, it can't move. Yeah, I put the small container. Yeah, he was froze. And then when I went to go take out trash, I took it out. But so this is me right here, y'all. I am really hoping that the MIDI Gloom is not a muted version of this. So I am curious to see what it looks like. This is a peculiar palette because I put this on one eye and like this on the other eye and they look the same. And something else, 2 other shades I put somewhere and they look the same. And I was just like, why are you tricking me? Like, why are you here? Yeah, I've never touched them. You've touched them, Janet? Why did you touch them? They bugs. This is me right here. This shade surprised me. This is very bold. It does not look like anything. It doesn't look like anything. But this is very bold. I ain't never heard of someone freeze a bug to make sure it doesn't come back. Look, I ain't taking no chances, Rappy girl. Like when you got to go, you got to go. I don't want to take no chances. Yup, I slid it into the container, put the lid on it, put it in the freezer. You ain't gonna act like you gonna crawl out of this container. Shit. Oh no, I'll scoop it into a bowl and take it outside. No, I ain't touching it. I'll pick it up. You mean pick it up with your hands? Or like kind of like scoop it onto a piece of paper and then like carry it outside? Is that what you mean? Or do you be touching it with your hands? Because I know some people do that with spiders. I do not like insects, but I love camping. Make it make sense. Do you touch it with your hands, Janet? Ugh. So this is number 8. This is my vibe. I kind of hope that Gloom is like this, but with your hands? Janet, no. Okay, let me... No. I don't touch insects with my hands. Number 8 is giving Egyptian. This is giving Egyptian. I love this palette. I love this palette. People are like, oh, this don't go. Yes, it do. This is perfect for this palette, this shade right here. But I just love it. I just love it. This one and this one want to be a little flaky, but they're not hounds from hell. I just know to use a sponge tip applicator with this one and that one. Spiders, no way. But you'll pick up a stink bug with your hand, though? Spiders are quick, though. Stink bugs ain't that quick. You have to get a spider. You have to get a spider cup for that, and you do the gross out dance first. But you will touch with your hand a stink bug. Janet, don't tell nobody else. the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. That is number 8. Y'all, if this stack falls, how many shadows will be cracked? I literally, okay, look. I got them all stacked up. If they fall. This one, whoo, this one is one above the Yucca palette. This one is the Notoriously Morbid Bog Witch. Y'all see why I got it, right? Y'all see why I got it. Bog Witch. Basic as hell. But y'all, and that's why I'm saying I got greens. This is the one that fell out, so that's why you see pan under there. And there is a little bit of shadow along the edges, but it fell out, so that's why you see pan. Not that I panned it, but it fell out. Sonny said, I'm touching nothing. I'm stepping on it or spraying it. But if you step on a stink bug, that sucker gonna smell bad. You don't want to crush a stink bug. Oh, them jumping spiders! It was one in my bathroom like a couple months ago. Cause I was looking at it and I'm thinking, don't let this be one of them jumping spiders. I got close to it. I guess they could sense me coming. It went. I was like, oh shit! I'm jumping back out the bathroom. Where my spray at? And then after it died and I cleaned it up, then I had to wipe everything down because it was spray everywhere. On the toilet, the rim of the toilet, or the floor, or the wall, the side of the shower. Shit, that sucker. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh man, yeah, these greens. And they're soft too, because you see the dip in here. And yeah, this formula in here is solid. This one didn't want to stay in the pan, and every time I would open it, I'm like, oh, it looks like it wants to jump out the pan. And then one day I had a crack in it. I put it over my makeup trash and tapped it. It just went bloop. I was like, okay. But so we have greens. I love this little palette, and I like that this shade is here. I like that this one is in here too, and this is bold. This shows up bold, and so these two give variety to all the greens in this palette. So this is Bog Witch from Notoriously Morbid. I want to say I purchased this one because look at it. Like, come on now. The next one, they went out of business, and it was one of the indie brands that is my vibe and that does not use pressed pigments because my eyelids don't tolerate pressed pigments. And so this is a refresh. This is my second time having this one. It says Grunge Life from Selim Cosmetics. Need I say more? You see dips in here? These are soft. And this formula is so friggin' smooth. This is bold as hell. This, oh my gosh. So this is number 6. Ooh, it's 20. We gotta hurry up. Well, I need to hurry up so we can go over to Janessa's channel. This, I don't even have the words. This, it is Grunge Life. So this is a refresh. I gave away the other one. This, oh my God, I can't even speak. Y'all kind of shaking a little bit, and I'm still stacking them up, girl. This one, another one of the MAC Hi-Fi color palettes, and this one, no, MAC Connecting color palettes. This one is called Hi-Fi color. This is that green that's in the BYOP that the Joel's Just Wanna Have Fun palette. This is this black. Ooh, this black is black. This is Carbon. This shade is Chrome Yellow. It never worked for me until like 2 months ago. And I've had this. When did I get this? Do I not have a label on you? I opened this. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. I opened this September 13, 2023. This has never worked for me. It wouldn't pick up with a brush. It wouldn't pick up with a sponge tip applicator. It wouldn't pick up with a lipstick applicator. So I'm like, it'll just be there. And then all of a sudden, one time I used it. I forget what I used it with. I think it might have been like a small brush, maybe something like this. And I rubbed it back and forth, and it worked. And since then, it's been working. But I'm like, damn you, I had you since 2023. So now this one does work. But I do recommend these. The formula is solid. It just works, except this one just started working after like 2 years. I'm smacking flies, gnats, and fruit flies without question. When I was a kid, Janice said, I believe the bug ghost would haunt me if you swatted them. Hey, put them in the freezer. Janice said she can't kill a bug or spider intentionally. I can. Hairspray, Windex, Resolve, Raid air freshener, whatever's handy. Excuse me. Vampy girl, you love the jumping spiders? Ugh. You could have them, girlfriend. This, if you like color, now look at this. So this one is number 5. Number 4 is Circle Loco. Why I didn't see this until I sat these out last night. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these. Look at these. Not the same, but similar. Matte has that matte yellow. It has a black. It has a lighter blue. But these are similar. This is that shift we all have a million times. That green red shift. This one that's under that light green. But yeah, so I'm like, it makes sense that they're together. I don't like dupes in my collection. Am I getting rid of either one of these? No. This is my second time having this, and I do track how many looks I've done with a palette or how many times I've used that palette. We're up to the 30s with Circle Loco. This to me is just fun. And when it came, please do not. And I'm still stacking stuff like I don't have sense. This is just fun. People complained when it came out, oh, it's chaotic. No, the hell it's not. Well, look, first of all, Circle Loco. In Spanish, it means crazy circus. What do you think it was going to look like? But this is so much fun for me because I look at it and I see like so many different things I could do with it, and it excites me. And so that's why this is number 4. All right, y'all, we got 15 more minutes. Yeah. The next one, this ain't gonna make no fucking sense, okay? So we had the Yucca palette, Bog Witch, Salem, Grunge Life. Then we had the matte colorful one, and then Circle Loco. Yo, look at what number 2 is. I told y'all it ain't gonna make no sense. No, this is number 3. Number 3. Wait a minute. Number 3. This ain't gonna make no sense. Complimentary. Put them in the freezer. Put them in a container with the lid and put them in the freezer. Glam palette is number 3. I told y'all it wasn't gonna make sense. This is a repurchase. This palette, this is a travel palette. I can be half asleep and do a look, and people are like, oh, your makeup looks pretty. I'm gonna tell you this: every time I wear makeup, somebody compliments my makeup. Even if I'm at the post office, grocery store, BJ's, wherever, people are like, your makeup is pretty. This, regardless of what I put where, it's going to be pretty, and it's not messy. So this is a travel palette for me because whatever I do is going to look nice because of the color story. Everything goes with everything else. So no, it's not punchy. No, it's not fun. No, it's not grunge. No, it's not goth. No, it's not vampy. I just realized, Nina, we're not going to be able to get to circling back. Oh shit, and I'm supposed to be doing my number 1 in each brand too. Damn it. Should I do that in a different video, y'all? Because we were all supposed to circle back and pick my number 1 from each brand and then circle back and rank my goth grunge palettes. We are not going to have time to do that. Janessa's live is in like 13 minutes. So should we do... I don't have a live schedule for the 8th. Should we come back and do that? Do a live on the 8th and do that? I am so sorry, y'all. Imagine if I didn't have this planned out, though. We would have never got done. Okay, thank you, Nina. We'll schedule that for June 8th. Yeah. And I'll keep my list and put, like in that brand, what ranked where, and then pick the number 1. So we'll do that. So this is, it works and it's easy and it's not messy. So that's why this is number 3. This is number 3. Behind friggin' Circle Logo. Like, what the hell? It don't make sense. I told y'all it wasn't gonna make sense. I told y'all that. And that being number 3, number 2 is this one. This is the 3rd matte connected color palette. And this one is Unfiltered Nudes. Look at this. And you know what? I didn't notice it till last night. That these are similar. Just like Hi-Fi Color is similar to Circle Logo. I didn't notice it. But am I going to get rid of one of them? Hell no. Natasha's usually starts to die on me in about 2.5, 3 years. And I did miss it. When I decluttered it and I repurchased it. But this one, MAC for me, lasts like 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I mean? So the question would be, would I repurchase this one? Because this does the same job. So this is number 3, and the MAC one is number 2. I forget why I put MAC for number 2 and not Natasha. But it just, MAC just works for me, y'all. And I do highly recommend all 3 of their 12 pan palettes on sale. when Ulta has a 20% off coupon code that includes Prestige, or if MAC's website has a sale. I do have links down below. Thank you very much. But yeah, whatever I do, the same with Glam, it's going to look pretty. I will say that the MAC, they're a little more pigmented than the Glam palette. That's the only difference. These show up a little bit more than the Glam. Glam is more just soft, subtle glam, where this just has a little bit of spice to it, just a little bit. So that's that. So we got one more. I was so happy because this makes sense. My number one palette out of 33, longevity, yes. Yeah, MAC does last me longer than Natasha's. And you know what? It's her creamy matte formula and her cream to powders. They start to turn on me. They start to get flaky. And then if I keep using them, getting close to 3 years, it starts to irritate my lids. So Natasha's, for me, they do start to die. Where MAC, I can have them 5, 6, 7 years. Some people are like, oh, I had this palette 15 years, whatever palette it is. I ain't never had none that long. But anyway, y'all, this is my number one, and I was so excited because this is me right here. This is me. Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid, Swamp of Sadness. I believe they sent this to me. But look at this, y'all. This right here, and that's that same shift, that green and burgundy that we like, and the same purple to blue that we like, that we have 1,000 times. The sparkles do show up when I use this. Let me turn this light off. What a ring light. So these are different colors. This one is a matte. It looks white, but it's not white. I forget what it is. What is it? Oh, it is white. Matte, soft, ivory white. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. And the one under it, Moonchild, this says pastel multi-chrome highlight that shifts from ethereal pink pale to soft lilac and gold. Whatever. That's a lot of stuff. But that's what it says. Because I like to tell y'all what stuff is described as, and so if you like it, you can dupe it for something in your collection. Yes, the sparkles do show up when I put it on my lid. It does. Unlike their other palette, when the metallic one with sparkles showed up the same as the matte one, this one, it does show up that way. And the metallic formula in here, they are soft. That's why you see dips in them. This formula, if you look at these are, everything in here is so friggin' smooth. Smooth. And I love that. I love this palette. It's easy to use. Everything shows up. Wouldn't have guessed that one. I didn't either. But then, like, you know, we done went from Circle Loco to Glam and then back to... So we came full circle because this is my vibe here. It's not any vamp in here unless this shadow picks up that burgundy shade. But this gives me all the goth grunge that I would ever want. Well, I'm not going to say that because I want more. But... This is my number one palette. Do we want to do we want to backtrack really quick, or just we're good? Because we got to get out of here for Jadesses. So number one, Swamp of Sadness. They sent that one to me. They sent it to me. All right, I'm going to run to the restroom and get my light set up. I might be running a couple minutes late anyway. Okay, thank you, Janessa. So we're going to backtrack. So this is number one, and that's why I stacked them up like that. Number two, MAC Unfiltered Nudes. I do recommend. Even if you love color, this is just a good standby. The Russian, it's going to do what it need to do. Glam Palette, Natasha Denona. Repurchase, you couldn't pick my fave of the 200 I had. I wouldn't be able to do that either. I got 33 now. And I am going to declutter something because we're also doing a one in. Well, I think we're doing a one in, one out with our no buy. So we buy something in that category has to go. But then there's like 3 palettes here that I'm like, yeah, I could get rid of. Easy to choose when I have a zillion. I couldn't do this when I had 60, so I'm glad nobody asked me that. Circle Loco from Natasha, and then I'm gonna have to rearrange these to put them how they were. Hi-Fi color, and the difference between these is also size. So if you want a fun color palette, even though I put together a fun color palette, the MAC one is just smaller. Circle Loco has 15 shades. The MAC has 12. Mr. In Between Life Duty said, "Lock, I'm back, but I will join the replay." Okay, thank you. Like, I appreciate that. What are your bottom 3? We're going backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the Hi-Fi color palette is 5. Number 6 is Selim Cosmetics Grunge Life 7. Where is my paper? I don't want to lie to y'all. The fan keeps trying to blow it. Number 7, Notoriously Morbid Bog Witch. Selim Cosmetics Grunge Life. This is my second one. I did declutter the other one and then open this one because I already had this one. Then Bog Witch is number 7. The Yucca palette, number 8. Number 9 is my Lethal Anxiety palette. Pat McGrath Mothership, number 10. Moonless Seduction, which is weird as hell, but I missed it. Like, what the hell? So that's number 10. Number 11. Eternal Beauties from Notoriously Morbid. You really don't like sequin shades, matte with sparkles. That one's not messy, though, which I like. Because I don't like the fallout and all that, but that doesn't do that one. For me, it doesn't. The Dream palette, Natasha Denona's, number 12. Number 13, Lethal Anxiety. Number 14, Very Mean One from Notoriously Morbid, Natasha Xenon. I love this palette. And even still, it's number 15. MAC Connecting Color, Future Flames. Tanya, I said in the beginning, it wasn't going to make sense. We have our MAC Party palette. Folks just want to have fun. This is number 17. Number 18 is Subversive. Mothership, number 3. Number 19, Lady of Shalott. There is so much variety in this palette, and the formula is smooth. Smooth. Leela, number 20. Why I say Leela like I say Nina? I'll be like, Nina. And I have your picture here. I'm not going to open it because I don't want to cry again. But yeah, that stays here in this storage thing where my palettes are. Yeah, it stays right where my palettes are. Retro Glam from Natasha Denona is number 21. Gilded Nirvana from Pat McGrath is number 23. Lethal Autumn Vibes is number 20. Pat is number 22. Autumn Vibes is number 23. We just need to chill. I do think I am going to declutter this one. We have greens. This is a nice smoke roll, though, this one down here. And these colors are bold. Like, they show up how they look. MAC has a tendency, to me, to show up how they look in the pan. This one is number 24. 25, Mission Triple X Dupe. No, it's not. It's an Inspired palette. I think to declutter it, but then I look at it and I'm like, girl, you bugging. MAC Pride, which hurts my heart because it is so low. This one is number 26 because they mostly show up as satins on me, so it's not a whole lot of color. But am I going to give up that palette? Hell no. Nope. Neon Grunge, Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid. That's number 27. Nightmare palette, Notoriously Morbid. This is number 28. Number 29, Mario. This palette. And these are still lonely, Nina. They can't be mad at me though, right? Life and Death from Notoriously Morbid is number 30. And I think I will declutter this. But every time I use it, I change my mind. So I need to just stop saying, oh, I'll try it again and see. The formula is solid. It's almost on the basic side. You know what I mean? But it's very beautiful though. Did they send me this one? If for the Notoriously Morbid palettes that they sent me in PR, what I'll do is just think of who might like it and ask if they want it, because I don't want to put it in Macari because they sent it to me for free. I don't want to try to make money off of that because I just don't think that's right. And people do be selling PR, and I'm just like, that's just disrespectful. Disrespectful. Yeah, but going through these again last night, I'm just like. So that was Life and Death, number 30. Number 31. What you call it? Dark Side of the Rainbow from Notoriously Morbid Spellcast Beauty side. Also Spellcast Beauty side, number 32. Bella Tofana. There's a lot of versatility in here. But it's just that one side that's really just lighter than what my vibe is. But the other side, like, is really cool. So I am happy to have it. Cryptic. Hurts My Heart. This is number 33. And I do believe I just need to use it more. Because this is definitely my vibe. So it's like, girl, why are you tripping? I just need to use it more. And I am sure it'll rank higher next time because and there is a lot of variety in here too. You have your greens, you have your browns, you got some purples, you got you got everything in here. And this is bright as hell, and it gets brighter. So it's like a yellow gold. That shade is so pretty. And so, hey, Robin. Oh, we're wrapping up, Robin. Circle back to watch the replay. We ranked all of my palettes. And I say that like it's a lot to have 33. It's newer to your stash. It is, and I only did 3 looks with it so far. The first look, me and Janessa did a live stream because she sent me this, and she had swatched it, but she had never used it. And I didn't ask her, hey, don't use it till I collab. I didn't ask her that. And so when we did that live stream, it was our first time doing looks with this palette. But yeah, I did only use it 3 times. And so I really feel like as I use it more, it'll rank higher. Because it should not rank low just because of those 4 Hellhound Beast shades that just flake every fucking where. You know what I mean? Because there's 28 palettes in here. It's like, girl, you got 24 other shades. And this is my vibe. I was lusting so hard for this palette. I think I even drooled a little bit, like when I saw the color story. And so, but that is, see, there's your picture, Nina, right there in the back. So that is my ranking of 33 palettes. It took me 2 friggin' hours. So thank you again to the member who requested that. And thank you for allowing me to rank them ahead of time because 2 hours and I already had it planned out. If I didn't have them planned out, like how long would this be? And here go Nina. Who do you think you are, KK? It'll be another one of those videos. But I'm going to schedule for the 8th to wrap back around and do the number 1s out of each brand and rank my Goth Grunge palettes. And I only have, I think, 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I only have 8 of those. And so that should not be a 2-hour video. And so thank you, Nina, for allowing me to do that separate because I was trying to cram everything in and we ain't cram. So, but we're going to go. What are y'all saying? She showed it, Tanya. What time are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I did show that. That actually ranked number 9. According to my notes. I'm like, I need to write this stuff down. All right, so we are going to go, y'all. Head on over to Janessa's channel. She may be ready right now. And if she's not, just wait for her because she did schedule the live stream. And so we love tag teaming, y'all. So I'm done. Janessa, take it away. So thank you, y'all, for being here. Thank you so much, Vampy Girl, for joining the membership. Don't forget that you do get to make requests. And so we're going to go. We'll be back here. I don't even know what today is. We'll be back. You must have blacked out. Well, I just flashed it because I was trying to get done. So yeah, so everybody head on over to Janessa channel and you will see me. You'll see me. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you all will see me soon.